All right, you know what day it is. It's 10 Toes Tuesday. We're back in the kitchen tonight. We've got some chicken, which I'm cooking in this large cast iron small skillet. That'll be on the stovetop. I put a little ghee in it. I've marinated for a little bit and we're ready. Then we've got roasted veggies. So those are going to need to go in the oven. I put them in the convection oven at about 420, between 420 and 450. It'll take about 20 minutes to cook them. I've got some bell peppers, some carrot, and some Brussels sprouts. We'll go ahead and put this in the oven, start it now, which leads us into what I wanted to talk about today, which is, remember those cans I showed you last week? Well, I took some over to my buddy's business and talked to him this morning. They worked out great. But this weekend, put up some shelves. I'm in the garage, starting to clear out some space, so it's still a mess, but I'm starting to get things organized. We'll go out in a little while and check out that. In this video, it's not gonna be that long. I've gotta get these veggies in, I've gotta eat tonight, and then I have to go to Walmart to get these little shelves that I'm gonna put hooks on. But we'll see all of that. So let's get these veggies in the oven now. Put those in. Gonna hit convection, and then I'm gonna do 425. Start it, and my timer should be probably about, I did 40 the last time and it burned them up, so I'm gonna do a half an hour. With that in the oven now, we can now go out and talk about this canned stuff and what I'm doing. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, we're in my garage. It is a mess, so ignore it or don't. Look around, see what's what, but it will be totally different in a couple of weeks. I've got 2 shelves, but one most importantly was for food. There's something going on. I'm not sure what, but I've been around long enough to know that change, even though we have to accept it and we necessarily don't want it, it's going to happen. But this change that is going on so far is very different than in prior years. I really think that you need to try to supply at least a month, possibly 2 of food. The reason is you can always switch out your canned goods. You can always switch everything out in case something happens. Wintertime in Ohio, you may be in Florida, you may be somewhere really warm. It doesn't affect you. But here, as soon as they say a storm is coming, everyone panics. They run to the grocery store, they clean out the shelves. It's a madhouse, and then you hear about all of these COVID breakouts. I don't want that. But the other thing is, the state that America is in right now, I don't have a good feeling about it. And so I have to try to keep it 10 toes down with you guys. I haven't been posting a bunch of videos. I've made videos, but I haven't been posting them. And I did get a new camera, which I am recording on now, which is the DJI Osmo Nano. So I'm trying this out. Once I have some time, I'll probably do a review. But let's see what's going on over here. I got some pop. Some of the guests that come in, they like pop. I got some primes, and then these are canned goods that are stocked. These are all green beans, corn. I have some more corn and cream corn here. And then I have a bunch of tomatoes for pasta and things over here, along with beans. I've got water here. And then I don't know if you can see this shelf, but below me is a few cases of water, so I will fill that up. I also have put some of my tools over on this right side, and I'm moving stuff. The clutter in the back will all be moved, and there will be a space behind me. Well, in front of me is a toolbox and a bunch of tools that I have to get organized. So I'm just taking it slow and working that over time. Again, what I see coming in the future is not anything like '08 or any of the recessions that we've seen before. This is inflationary. You don't have to believe me. It's okay. In fact, I don't want you to. It allows me to do what I need to do without much interference. Now, worst case scenario is I have all these canned goods and I eat them before the expiration in 3 years. And I just keep restocking the shelves. I've got a bunch of pasta and some other things. Weeknight dinners and things are becoming very easy. I meal prep now. I had gotten away from that and I've gotten back to it. I made, what did I make? Some coconut chicken curry with a bed of rice, and it was fantastic. Quick, easy meal. It was out of a jar because I didn't have time to prep, but I looked for what had the most natural ingredients. And that's what I look for if I'm making a quick meal. Just like in there, plain piece of chicken, I could have some rice with it, or I can put some veggies in, come out and talk to you guys, do a video, get some stuff done. But I feel that's what is best for me right now. Let me know what you think is best for you. Do you see America not coming to an end, or, you know, the world is gonna end? But I definitely want to be prepared if I lose my job. And this inflationary recession, prices are just crazy. This shelf that you see behind me, for instance, was $149 2 weeks ago. And I went to pick it up the next day and they had raised the price to $169. So this shelf was about $169. This is a Home Depot Husky shelf. It's ridiculous. So prices are just rising. Stuff is sitting on the shelves and they're just marking stuff up to mark stuff up. So just want you to be aware of that. But it's a little chilly out here. This might be the spot where I start some more videos. I have heaters and other things, but we'll see. I like the kitchen right now, so we're gonna go back in there. See you in a minute. All right. And we are back in the kitchen. Like I said, if I can get this on here. Leave me something in the comment section. What do you think? Should you get ready? I'm not saying that you have to get 6 months to a year worth of food. I'm not even saying that what's gonna happen is gonna be world ending, but what I am saying is prepare. I don't know if you knew this, but it's not illegal, but it is illegal to what they call hoard food. You can prep for a year or two, but there are some of these other people that are prepping for 10, 15, 25 years, have bunkers and things. And what the legislation says is it's okay for you to stock up on food. However, if there is a serious natural disaster, there is a war, there is a recession, depression, something of that nature, there is written legislation that says that they can come and take your food, that your food then belongs to the federal government. That's what I really want you to think about and ask yourself. It used to be illegal to have over 2 weeks worth of food in your house. Just take that in for a minute. Legislation changed, laws changed. So no one would panic, what they did was said, okay, you can prep as much as you want as long as you don't, let's say, buy out all of Walmart's toilet paper, or all of Walmart's canned goods or whatever. They're watching that. That's why the digital age and you're scanning things, all of that stuff is counted. No matter what you do, put on your phone, tin hat, no matter what you do, they're counting that. So they kind of know how much you have. With that being said, again, there is legislation that says you're okay to gather food and store items, but it used to be you couldn't have more than 2 weeks. And now, if a war breaks out, if the government determines that you have more ammunition than you need, you have more food than you need, and they need that, they can come and try to take that from you. So what would you do? Are you gonna give it to them? Are you gonna stock up on food? Are you worried about what's going on in government right now? There's some weird stuff happening. I think that's a good stopping point for tonight. I want you guys always keep it 10 toes down. I am going to go, let me see how much, I've got 19 minutes. I've got to get this chicken on so that I can have a good dinner. And with that, until next time, and you know there will be a next time, I'm out.